guys!
Hi!
Welcome to Have You Speed Your Pants.
Episode
5.
5 sounds like a good number to me.
It might be right, it might be wrong, we don't know. But today we're just going to jump straight into it. So, McLaren, they have had a great motoring history. They went from Formula 1 to making the fastest road car ever in the 1980s. And now they've made another road car after nearly 30 years or something.
And what a cracker it is.
It is the McLaren ep5-12C.
Let's do it.
Now in about 30 seconds you'll get a history lesson, so yeah.
Wait for it. See you then.
First of all, before we jump into the review of the McLaren, first we're going to have a look at their motoring history. Over the past years, McLaren have had a Formula 1 reputation. This is what you see here is the McLaren MP4-19. It has a naturally aspirated V10 and was driven by a Scottish driver named David Coulthard. McLaren has a lot of Formula 1 pedigree, also rivaling with Ferrari. Some of the great drivers that drive for McLaren are 1. David Coulthard, Ayrton Senna, at one point Alain Prost and James Hunt, and so on. This is a Formula 1 car. It's got the slick tyres there, Formula 1 tyres, but they are not road legal. And it's got nothing to it, this one, but there have been many McLaren Formula 1 cars over the years. Now, in the 1980s, McLaren made their first ever road car. In the 1980s, they made the F1. At the time that it was around, it was the fastest car the world had ever seen. A top speed of 372 kilometers per hour and did 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds. That's a pretty quick time. But moving on into the 21st century, McLaren made another car. And trust me, it was a great car. Their car was the McLaren MP4-12C. This car is in orange with a black interior. This car is very slick. It is powered by a 3.8 litre twin turbo V8 engine, pumping out 316 bhp, and also a 7-speed gearbox to help it. And this car has a top speed of 337 kilometers per hour. Still not as fast as the F1, but it is a very striking looking car. Coming round to the front, we've got this carbon fibre McLaren badge there, many parking sensors. This one has stripped back lights to help the air flow over the bodywork of the car. Walking around to the other side, we've got matte black alloy wheels with yellow brake calipers. That looks very cool on this car, I believe. Gull wing doors, I believe. You get a perfect view of the interior with that feature. There's not much to it, just to save weight. Coming round to the back now, we've got this giant carbon fibre vent and fuel tank on this side as well. Then you get a view of that beautiful V8 engine. Oh, and by the way, this is a McLaren MP4-12C with no clothes. You can see all the technology that is used in this car. Most of the car is made of carbon fibre. You also get sophisticated traction control and a function called brake steer and a flappy paddle gearbox. That's what I was talking about, the 7-speed gearbox. Round the back you get a really good view of that twin turbo V8, and you can see how this car really functions without all its clothes. Now that we've seen what the car looks like, we're going to have a look at the interior of the car we saw earlier. It has nothing to the interior, but I understand that because that is to save weight of this car. See, you get the Formula 1 style flappy paddle gearbox. This steering wheel really has a nice feel to it, and it has the McLaren badge right in the middle, so you know you're driving a $500,000 car. Flappy paddle gearbox. But something I've noticed about this one is that when you flap this one, this other one flips up as well, and then if you do the opposite, this one goes down with it. That's something I don't really like, but the rest of the car is extremely good. This dash here, well, there's nothing to it, but it's not the best car to use every day. But since this is basically a Formula 1 car in disguise, there's not really going to be much to it. You get the start-stop button, and you get winter, the launch control buttons, and all that sort of stuff, and you get an automatic push button, so you get drive, neutral, reverse, and the boot opens up since the engine is in the rear. There is, as I said before, there really is nothing to this car, so if you want a luxury four-door saloon car, don't even look at this. But seriously though, if you want a road car in disguise as a Formula 1 car, pick this car. And that concludes this review of the McLaren MP4-12C, but it has to tackle the all-hard coolness wall. What I know about that is that the person who guards the coolness wall doesn't let it get away so easy. It won't let a car get away that easy.
And now to the cool wall. This is a truly brilliant car. Certainly one to rival Ferrari, but let's see how it features on the cool wall. As you can see, I've already made a bit of space there, so still at the top for me, Ferrari 458 Spider, followed by the Aston Martin Vanquish, followed by the DB9. Next in line for me is the McLaren. Thank you, good night. Don't really forget to watch us, subscribe, and we hope to see you soon.